G'day, Ben from Melbourne here, and I'm here with you today to do part 3 of what looks like it's going to be a lot of episodes of The Neighbours, my favourite music from New Zealand, across the ditch. What an amazing scene over a long period of time. Alright, let's get cracking. We've got 5 bands, but we've got a lot of records to get through. Now, what's probably the most flying nun Dunedin band, of course, is The Clean, featuring brothers David and Hamish Kilgore and Robert Scott. All three, will be prevalent throughout the New Zealand scene in years to come. But back in 1980, they released an awesome, clattering, noisy indie rock track called Tally Ho, with everything was seemingly coming at you at once. They were formed in Dunedin in 1978 and actually originally broke up in 1982. And Robert Scott formed the Bats in between, and both Hamish and David Kilgore did numerous projects, which we'll get into as we go along. A bit more smoother sound when they come back together in 1988, but still had all those quirks intact, which was great. And of course, all those 90s indie bands like Pavement et al. Have cited them as a big influence, and bands like Yellow Tango, who sort of existed parallel with them or also like them. So let's show the records of The Clean. So of course the 7-inch. I love how they've recreated the very handmade stylings. This one's on a reissue on Merge. Nice clear vinyl there. Merge has done quite a few cool reissues of New Zealand bands, as well as Flying Nun have got a great reissue program as well. Alright, so another one on Merge, The Clean's EP Boodle Boodle Boodle. Now, what does this say? This is the 40th anniversary remastered reissue of the band's first EP on Flying Nun Records. Yeah, this is on Merge as well, which I think I already said. But anyway, excuse me if I've doubled up. Cool cover. I love this stuff. There we go. And check this cool coloured vinyl. Check those labels. I love all that. And I feel something inside. What do we got? Little booklet with all sorts of fun to pass the time while listening to the tunes. All right, and Clean Oddities. Now, if we put this one out, 540, I think is the record label. This is like covers 1980 to 82. This is, that's right. This one's got Platypus on it, and the fantastic, one of my favorite songs, Point That Thing Somewhere Else. This has like the Point That Thing dub version on it, which is pretty wild. This one's a gatefold, heap of cool flyers and bits and pieces in there. Double record. I like this. Built in New Zealand, made to last. And the other one, sorry if I didn't show you the back cover there. Love this guy. Here we go. For those that like us. How cool is that? Built in New Zealand, made to last for those who like us. Right, this, for a long time I had on CD, was the only Clean I had, and it's the Clean Anthology, which came out on vinyl, again on Merge Records. This is fantastic. This has got all that hard, fine, early stuff before that 7-inch was reissued, and Boodle Boodle. Yeah, got Tally Ho, Platypus, Point That Thing Somewhere Else. What an amazing song. Yeah, stuff off Oddity, sorry. And then we go right through to a bit later on with tracks, great track with Balkans, and where's the one I'm looking for? I cannot see it or think of it right now, so if I just blurt out something randomly later on, that's the song I was thinking of that I can't think of right now. Anyway, it comes in this nice, cool, sturdy box. There we go. And this is what it contains. Oh, got a little blurb. Clean's Anthology, a definitive view of one of the greatest bands of the last 2 decades. 46 songs on 4 LPs in deluxe slipcase, collected on vinyl for the first time. There you go. You got to keep all that stuff when you're a collector. Don't know why, because I'll never sell it, but it's just nice to have. Just on black vinyl with blue labels, like that. So if the next one's on black vinyl and blue labels, I'm not going to show you the last 2, because this stuff takes long enough as it is, let alone showing you stagger records that look exactly the same. It's cool. And if you notice, they're in this really weird way where they've got lines around the songs and that. So for example, it's got Beatnik, End of My Dream, On Again, Off Again, and then it's got that little around there, and then it says great sounds, great, good sounds, good, so-so sounds, so-so, bad sounds, bad, rotten sounds, rotten EP. So it's tells you what each song is off, or group of songs, what EPs and what have, which is cool. Alright, so I am going to have to show you all of them, because this is a crazy black vinyl, but with yellow labels. God damn it. Well, it's you who has to watch all of this stuff. The artwork is just fantastic on these. Again, you can see they're grouped there. So this has got selections from Vehicle and the Modern Rock LPs. This time we got pink labels. Ooh la la. Very nice. I would pretty much guarantee anything by the Clean. They're that good. There we go. That's the 4th and last one in that set. And what colour labels we got? Oh, I think that's very close to the yellow ones we saw earlier. But anyway, great comp. If you can find this on CD or whatever, it's just got all of their best stuff, like selections off LPs and EPs and the real early hard to find things. Right, next, full-length album, Vehicle. Now this is a Flying Nun reissue in conjunction with Captured Tracks. Yeah, there's the back cover there. And this is a gatefold as well, if I can open it. A wealth of information in there for your beady little eyes. Just on black vinyl with the yellow labels. We'll have a little sneaky peek at this one. Oh, this one's got a cool inner. There we go. So this, it's hard to tell from the writing on the back. So this is the Clean in a live situation at the Fulham Greyhound, 13th of the 7th, 88, and it contains Fish, Anything Could Happen, Flowers, Point that thing somewhere else, Whatever I Do Is Right. Yeah, cool. And what are we looking at? Yeah, similar deal, just a pink coloured label, black vinyl. Moving right along with a Merge reissue of Getaway. Apparently this is the 15th anniversary remastered edition. 2 LP with a bonus CD of live releases, Slush Fund and Sid's Pink wiring system. The printing on these things. How is that for a cover? Oh, balls. Back cover. Great gatefold. Taking a lot of care with these, with getting all the artwork right, Merge. I love that. How good are these? Now this is a black one, just with cool artwork on that label, and just the Clean Getaway written on that one, and then the second one, more awesome artwork. You feel like you're tripping just looking at that stuff. Not that I would know what that's like, Mum. More nice artwork, and then just a plain yellow one on that side. Next, the Clean Unknown Country. And this one, again on Merge. They love the Clean, don't they? Why wouldn't you? Oh, things falling out everywhere. Just bear with me. There's your inner there. There's the boys. And on top of Robert Scott's head is why he always wears a hat these days. Just let it out, mate. It's no shame. It's just a head. And this one, check this out. Nice blue vinyl there. Bit of broken plate on the label on the back. Done really, really well. And this next one is where I end with the Clean. Of course, I don't have everything. There's a bazillion 7 inches and stuff like that. I'm back, just things flying out. Yeah, I think that this is Mr. Pop. I think they've got one more after this. And as far as I know, that's it at the moment. Great artwork as always, and of course released on Merge. This is a ripper. Yeah, Are You Really on Drugs? What a great song, and what a great name for a song. There they are, rocking out. Cool artwork and cool coloured vinyl. Check that out. Yeah. Righto. That's a whole lot of Clean. Hope you like that. So now we're going to move on to The Chills, one of the other big ones from the 80s. Also, a Flying Nun band. Started in 1982, I think, or maybe, no, sorry, 1980. They started, formed in Dunedin, like all of these bands, which came to be known as, of course, the Dunedin Sound, by Graham Downs, who's the guy who's the main songwriter and singer and been there the whole time. Yeah, great band. This one's Kaleidoscope World. Again, groovy artwork. This one is a reissue, again, on Flying Nun and Captured Tracks. Stack of cool info in there. What have we got on this one? What we love? Pink Frost. What a song. Yeah, if you like, you know, that kind of indie rock with a psychedelic tinge. This is the band. I might have got it wrong with 1980, by the way. Don't quote me on that when they formed. Again, there's a whole world of information on the internet. Don't trust me. Just look at the nice album covers to distract you from all my mistakes. Alright, so this one's just on a black vinyl. Yeah, Pink Frost, what a song. What an amazing song. If you haven't heard it, just press pause. Please come back. But go and listen to that song. It is incredible. And another great Chills album, Submarine Bells. This is a reissue again on Flying Nun. Let's see if the old man can read the small print. Back in stock for the first time in almost 3 decades. Submarine Bells is the Chills. No, the old man eyes are failing, but I can tell you it's from 1990. Yeah. Why did I say Graham Downs before? I just realised. God, I'm an idiot. That's the dude from the Verlaines, who I'm going to show next. It's Martin Phillips, of course. Why would you even watch this show? Bloody hell. Anyway, nice artwork. Just enjoy that. Lyrics, indecipherable, like everything is to me these days. Why don't you get glasses, you might ask? Been asking myself the same question for years now too. Awesome translucent see-through green vinyl. Now, what's on Submarine Bells that we love? Heavenly pop hit. What a way to open up your album. Killer song. Yeah, this is a beautiful record, actually. These guys were like top 40 in New Zealand, had a heap of hits. Still going. Unbelievably, within the space of a few weeks, probably 10 or 15 years ago, over here, I saw the Chills, the Bats, and the Verlaines. The Bats and the Chills were fantastic. The Verlaines, who I love, their recorded output were terrible. It was like they'd never even played together before, and the guys were from there was a dude on bass with 700 strings and the dreads and the hippie guy. It's like, what is he doing in the Verlaines? But anyway, they were terrible, but I still love their records. I'm sure I just saw them on an off night. Right. Getting sidetracked. Soft Bomb. Love that album cover. And that is the way it goes. See? I haven't held it up wrong. They're just being artistic and weird. And now, I'm not even going to read this one because I couldn't read the last one. Again, another Flying Nun reissue. This is a killer record. Yeah, Male Monster from the Id. That's a killer song. Yeah, Double Summer. Halo Fading. Yeah. Great stuff. Just a fantastic indie pop songwriter with that awesome New Zealand quirkiness that we love, which no one else seems to be able to replicate that sound. Beautiful blue vinyl on this one. Righto, that's my Chills. And this is me struggling to get a record back in the sleeve. Why do they do this? There we go. Next, the Verlaines. Graham Downs. This is Graham Downs. His band formed in 1980, again in Dunedin. Yeah, these are quirky indie rock pop, which I think I will say about a lot of these New Zealand bands. But they're quite literate, the Verlaines. Well, obviously with the name Paul Verlaine. This is a Flying Nun. I think this could be almost an original. If not, it must be pretty damn close because it's got the... is it Flying Nun? No, I'm telling a big fat lie because it's got a crazy weird label. Anyway, who cares? This is a great record, and it's got the awesome Death and the Maiden, sorry, which is probably their most famous song, and it's just a great song. I have a cool DVD which has got a lot of film clips from all the Flying Nun bands, and right at the end it's got Graham Downs on bass and Stephen Malcolmus singing it and playing guitar. It's awesome. This is the Flying Nun reissue. Who knows what that other one is? Feel free to tell me down there in the comments of you more learned people. This one's just on black vinyl with yellow labels. And this one, because it's the reissue, whoa, sliding away, has a little inner, actually a booklet. There he is. There they are, the Verlaines, that is. And what has this got in it? All sorts of bits and pieces, photos and lyrics, flyers. Particularly dig that picture there. What a cool flyer. And yeah, there we have it. Right, next up we have Hallelujah All the Way. Killer record. Love these Verlaines records. They're like so weird, the Verlaines. You know, like some of the song structures, and it's still within like an indie pop sound, but yeah, some strange things going on. How nice is that? Really well put together reissues again by Flying Nun and captured tracks. This one's just got the yellow label. And I found a little bit of information which come with the reissue. Let's hold it as far away as possible to see if I can read it. The 1985 debut album Hallelujah All the Way Home defined both the Dunedin band style and the Flying Nun sound, grounded in songwriter Graham Downs' innate and inventive sense of melody, which is what is weird but great. At the heart of these 8 songs are magnificent tales of drunkards and romantics, all punctuated by guitar blasts and instrumental flourishes. Presented in the original gatefold, along with a replica album release poster from the time. Nice stuff. All right, with that one, let's move on to Disenchanted Evening. Great. Do you realise there's even lyrics there? Bloody hell, man. How are you supposed to read that stuff? Even with good eyes. Now, look at the artwork. Whoa. That's some amazing whiteness. And this, I love, replicate the old Flying Nun labels. Pretty cool stuff. And yeah, any 3 of these plus anything else I've heard of the Verlaines is fantastic. Can't say I was too keen on buying the album they were promoting at the time when I saw them live, so but I'm happy to be proved wrong if anyone out there wants to tell me so. Right, let's do one of the bands outside of the big 3 with Board Games. This is a punk band started by Shane Carter when he was only 15, still in high school. Of course, he'd go on to other great bands, the Double Happies, and most famously, the Straight Jacket Fits. Yeah, Who Killed Colonel Mustard? Good name too. A little bit of snakes and ladders action on the back there. Just trying to work out. I think this might be a Flying Nun reissue, or is it? Some photos of them in action there on the back with the Top of the Pops review, I think. Oh no, a chart, I think that is. And the record itself. Pretty cool. And I don't know what the hell that is, but it's cool. Yeah, sorry, I can't see who has reissued this one. I'm gonna guess it's a Flying Nun reissue. Yes, it is. If you can read that very tiny writing. Let's finish up here, because this has been long and I've only done 5 bands. Imagine how long the rest of this is going to go. I can have like New Zealand bands to last me a lifetime. This will just be my weekly show. I'll just switch to New Zealand bands instead of Australian. What a great idea. Anyway, I'm just waving this one around without talking about it. The Stones. Yes, not those Stones, but these Stones. They're just called the Stones. Amazing you could get away with that back then. I'm sure that in these more litigious times they wouldn't be allowed to call themselves that. Yeah, from around 82, 83, Indie Rockers. This is a comp made up from tracks off the Dunedin Double EP, which I featured on an earlier video, which also had the Chills, the Verlaines, and the one I'm drawing a blank on. I want to say Sneaky Feelings, but that might be wrong. And also their other EP, Another Disc, Another Dollar. Cool stuff. Like, look how young they are. They're just kids, man. I remember when I used to be that skinny and hairless. Well, I'm hairless on my head, but you know what I mean. Some cool stuff on the inside. Bit of info. Some photos. And a sleeve. What a pack of larks posing there. Never seemingly have clothes on. What's he say? Empire Hotel Live. Little cool cartoon. And this is just on black vinyl. And again, brought to you by the mighty Flying Nun Captured Tracks combo. Alright, let's call it a day, because that's quite a few records. Thanks for sticking in there. Besides all of my rhubarb on and going on down side paths, truly amazing music coming out of Flying Nun and that country in general. Dunedin, such a small place, so many good bands. So support the Nun. Peace out.